pull cards. So let's see. Apparently there's a message coming through for you right now. What do you think? There. Shedding light on something about situation involving family and work. Alright, so the coffin, okay, calm down. This means an end to something, not the death of anybody, okay? I really don't like that part of the cards. There's another deck I have where it shows a guy holding a gun to his head, okay? Putting a lot of thoughts about how to provide for your kids or something that has been keeping you trapped in fear about orphaning your kids or getting kicked out on the streets. In the distant horizons. Let me get some more cards here. Pulling one of these. Express your soul insights in symbolic language. I pulled the poet card. He's a poet and didn't know it. So, let's put these over here. They're little cards. An end to your poverty situation, an end to worrying, something you're moving towards. In the distant horizons, you're becoming this privileged person. Okay. Yeah, emotional withdrawal, so that's where that imprisonment card comes in, right? Or healing from an actual, like, literal stint in prison. Throat chakra. Expressing your needs, being open, telling spirit what you need. Your foundation and achievements, building a firm foundation for your family. And that's where the hope comes in, okay? And being rewarded for something here, but we had the occupation card with achievements here. Whoa, okay, not those two. Spiritual union, okay, yes. So, prayers have been heard, okay? This is part of your destiny. One moment, please. Okay, people like to bust in this mug without knocking. It's really aggravating. Fucking people. On the bottom of the deck, the other two cards that popped out is emotional loss and the crown chakra. So there's some sort of emotional loss and emotional withdrawal. And every time I see the crown chakra, I feel like that's spirit. You're moving towards something. Whatever you've been going through, this has happened for a reason. You're exactly where you're supposed to be in life right now, and there's some tough lessons that have been having to be learned behind it and around it, right? And having to have hope and trust and faith that you will have triumphant success in something, okay? There's a material harvest here. Prosperity will begin, and it will take patience and planning, okay? There's some sort of mask that has been taken off, or somebody around you also has been wearing this deceptive and envious mask, okay? This situation is going to call for you to have a lot of patience towards this new beginning, because there is an immense amount of power and awareness behind this new beginning, okay? Now, this is saying when we expect the unexpected, or we just need to, what are we trying to say here, Spirit? Expect the unexpected, not fear the worst, like not expect yourself to fail at something before it even happens, okay? And there was some sort of, there could have been an illness also that came in that caused you to have to rest up too. The situation to choose wisely though, whatever you choose, you're not going to make a wrong choice, so it's going to lead you towards the light and towards financial and material changes. Let's see what else we have for you. Expressing your individuality. Yes, teaching and learning through these struggles and lessons, right? And spiritual career. A lot of spiritual union, spiritual career here. I feel like this, for some, it could be a spiritual, literally a spiritual career, but for others, it's just opening up to your spiritual source, God, Jesus, Buddha, whomever, something that's helping you, something relying on a higher power, opening up to the higher power, trusting the higher power, trusting that he doesn't give you anything that he doesn't think you can handle. And on all honesty, we decided to go through all this shit ourselves before we came back to this earth. We chose our families. We chose the lessons we needed to learn. We chose the people who were going to help us teach those fucking lessons. And I know some people have had some really tragic trauma instilled upon them throughout their life, but we do choose these lessons, but how it's actually played out here on the earth plane is from the other person, whomever instilled the trauma upon us, okay? Your team is asking you to focus on the positive, and again, here's that patience is virtue, because you're teaching and you're learning, but you don't even realize you're teaching those around you too, following your lead, okay? And appreciate your talents in the spiritual career aspect, or appreciate your talents, your intuitiveness, because that inner compass is spirit. That's your higher power leading you, right? And it says to set your intentions, you will live your bliss, okay? And keep in mind that like attracts like. So when we're focusing on the things that we don't want to happen in our lives, we unintentionally bring that shit to fruition, right? Unfortunately. Okay, so some kind of guilt that needs to be released. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. So, like, even, I don't know, there's some strong sacral chakra energy coming through, too. What else? I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So, for some of you guys are focusing on family, you're focusing on career and monetizing something. Others, you're focusing on the inner journey, the inner healing, and your physical vessel as well. These three came out too. So we have the death card. I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings. So knowing that if something ended, it was for a reason, and that's what the coffin card is. That's the death card in tarot. It's just signifying towards something that ended, whether it's the home situation, the job situation, a relationship, thinking pattern within yourself, whatever. Okay. Releasing the fear, I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So there's some tests that are coming up to help you release that energy of fear. And once we remove the fear and we realize it's all going to work out for the betterment and for our highest good, that's usually whenever the fear starts to wane away, right? Because you're going to have a lot of perseverance in it. Just know that you can do whatever you set your mind to do. So again, stop expecting failure. First, fiddle out of the box, okay? It's going to take some discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. There's two cards here saying that, right? Trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. I just mentioned that, right? And acceptance. I'm learning to accept the things I cannot change. And that's coming back over to where learning from the struggles as lessons, right? Helping you to be more appreciative and grateful for the little things that we have in life and the little things that we are able to give and do for ourselves right now. Trustworthy, honorable, devoted, cautious. You're someone people can trust. Viewer, a situation that is safe, a solid romantic relationship, hidden but well-intentioned emotions, a charitable benefactor, and seeing a counselor. So, like I said, this card is pointing towards different avenues where this could be going for the different people who could view this later on, okay? A loss of peace of mind or personal freedom. Take caution and be aware of others' actions. A material loss. Make sure you are being honest with yourself. Embarrassing secrets. Make sure you are being honest with yourself. Embarrassing secrets. I feel like this person is like picking up and taking off before anybody can notice that they're gone. Like, I'm stealing these swords. Nobody else gets a sword. I'm taking it all. So there could be this movement away from worrying about material gain and material harvest and whatnot. Material items are just, it's an illusion. It's all an illusion. this is not what makes us happy. I mean, I find joy in reading cards and watching the story unfold. Children or childhood, revisiting old dreams or plans, embracing your inner child, the return of people or romances from your past, romanticizing how things used to be. A kind emotional offering could be coming in towards you as well. The bottom of the deck, over here, a wise counselor, and over here it said seeing a counselor if you need to. If you think, if you're having a hard time mentally and emotionally, it's not a weak spot to need to see a counselor or have therapy, okay? Unity with the spiritually minded community. Ask the divine for help and trust the answers will come. Compare traditional methods with new ideas to see which is best for you. And that was, the messages are starting to repeat. Building on solid ground. I mentioned that over here. Facing your shadow. This could be something within childhood that was done in childhood too that you're having to face right now. Some old memories, and you could be realizing, because I just saw something on TikTok earlier that said, a lady said, I don't remember most of my childhood, and honestly I don't either, from like the early age up until 12 or 13. I don't remember a lot of my childhood, and no, I didn't live in like an abusive home or situation, but emotional neglect is a very big thing, okay? Where were we going with that, Spirit? Oh, so trauma, when we can't remember our childhood, it's our body's way of putting away the trauma. And sometimes instead of emotionally storing the trauma in our energy centers, it stores it into us physically. So this could be causing a lot of physical pain for you. And if you want to look up that spiritual aspect of having pain in the right hip or the right knee or the ankle or whatever it is you're having, look up the spiritual deeper meaning behind that and follow the rabbit on that, okay? This is leading you to laugh at those demons, those inner demons, and those things that try to bring you down and pull you down and instill more fear and worry and fear of failure into you, because there's a lot of dark energy. There is a whole spiritual war going on, and I honestly feel like this is the World War III that they were talking about. It's a spiritual warfare, right? And all these dark entities try to make us, it's like that movie It, like they literally feed off of our fear and anger and resentment, and they will spew it into us so they can feed off of it more, but it fuels you more, right? It fuels those emotions more. So now is the time to speak up and tell them to get the fuck out. Any lower vibrational energies and or entities, you must leave this space now. You are not welcome here. I vanquish you, whatever you feel drawn to say, okay? And get into that mode of focusing on success rather than being fearful of failing at it, okay? Begin to explore new ventures. And most importantly, be patient, because the right thing will come for you at the right time. That right person, the right house, the right job, the right situation, okay? And don't forget to take a moment. Stop. Now is not the time to rush into decision you're about to make. Before this important decision is made, take a moment to pause and quiet your mind so that you can ask your soul for guidance before you act or move forward. And we did have that trusting your inner compass, right? Anything else here? Be prepared to receive joy, but also the key is finding joy in the moment now, finding happiness and finding things to be grateful for. Well, I know this stuff is coming towards me. What do I have to be grateful for in this moment? Because I know this stuff isn't coming towards me right now because of these struggles and these lessons I'm having to learn. So what is a really good thing is to just start off writing a gratitude list or speaking it out loud. I'm grateful for the water. I'm grateful for my cards. I'm grateful for the table holding my cards. I'm grateful for my feet. I'm grateful for my lungs. I'm grateful for my eyes. There's so much stuff to be grateful for. Grateful. Synchronicities, divine intelligence, cause and effect. So you're going to start seeing, actually they want me to read the book to you too. I almost feel like in the next week something is going to come towards you too. Something you've been waiting for. The web weaver warns you to address your behavior in all areas. Where are you being dishonest with others and with yourself? Are you fearful that you'll be left out in the cold and abandoned if you don't relinquish control? Your strand in the beautiful web is unique and beautiful, and you don't need to camouflage who you really are in order to manipulate results. You're challenged to stand tall in all your perfect imperfections, see yourself truly, and allow the patterns of your life to be woven into the beauty meant for you and you alone. Keep in mind that if you do what you did, keep in mind that if you do what you did, you'll get what you got. The web remembers everything. Do something different this time and watch a miracle. This applies to all your questions in this moment, for everything is connected. And again, that's coming back to focusing on the positive and asking questions, well, what is it here? Well, okay, so this isn't happening, so what am I supposed to be learning now until this does happen? What is it that I need to see? What is it I need to hear? What is it I need to know, Spirit? Ask for a sign. Okay, so if your query on this card is about a relationship, the Web Weaver gives you assurance that meaningful coincidence comes through to give you reason to hope. Potential grows into reality with care and patience. Remember that the web reaches far and wide, and you're only capable of perceiving a small part of it. Trust and pay attention to the patterns you see play out in your life. All things will be revealed through the web. So you might be noticing patterns as well, or cycles. Something that's a cycle that happens, whether it's in a relationship or around money or something. Cat, knock it off. Alright, well, I hope this helps. I hope it made sense to somebody. This is all I got for you, viewer. Love and light.